What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to TGIF. In this episode, I continue more on the Suppressed Weapon Damage Challenge, and while I'm doing so, I actually get another challenge done, or get some progress on it anyway. So, join me for the round to see what that challenge happens to be. Of course, if you were paying any attention to the outro last time, I think you'll already know what that challenge is. However, if you haven't seen the last episode and are joining me for the first time, what's the buzz? This is a temporary thing. I know it's outdated, but once I get through with this whole season, I'm going to be bringing out more up-to-date content. So there you go. That's my reasoning here. It's kind of a way of showing you my backstory, so to speak, like as a character, you know. This is where this version of me began, so to speak. Of course, then again, you could argue that another series already accomplished that, but hey, you know what? This is the continuation of that series. Or you could call it a sequel. Anyway, let's go on ahead and get on with this round now. Alright, so now we've got this going on. Alright. So, there's not really much to talk about when it comes to challenges because you already know the main one that I'm going for. So, it's really not easy to talk about it when you've already known for a while what this is. I mean, this challenge is exceptionally long. Like, Chapter 2 was known for its extremely long challenges. Like, I kid you not, it took me a while to get all of Chapter 2 Season 3's challenges off of my system and onto DVD. So, yeah, that should tell you something. And it didn't really help matters that it happened to be a challenge to damage opponents while in a vehicle. So, yeah. One thing about it, though, is that when it comes to this challenge, the only real thing that really makes it long is just the sheer number of damage that you have to do with suppressed weapons. I mean, suppressed weapons are pretty easy to find at this point, and it's just the difficulty is not really in how rare the item is, it's just in how long the challenge is. That's the reason why you see so many of these episodes as opposed to the next episodes that I have in mind to show you, e.g. the rest of the season where it comes to the storyline quests. Although then again, I will admit that these are outdated, so it's oh gosh, it's really not, I just can't, right now. I just don't know, what I can say to you guys about it. It's just, these challenges, they're very long-winded sometimes. Chapter 2, had some long-winded challenges. There were some challenges in Chapter 3 that had very similar links too, like the infamous Railgun Recon saga that Jester put out. The the challenge there was to deal damage with a railgun. Fortunately, even a body shot did a lot of damage, but it was really long regardless. It's just they really wanted you to work for that amount of XP, and it's just that type of situation where yeah it's just it's just a real mess sometimes when it comes to those types of challenges. I believe they're called Wild Weeks, and most of the time those are close to the end of the season. I don't know exactly what the case is with the suppressed weapon damage challenge, but suffice it to say, it was very long-winded. Like, you had tens of thousands of damage you needed to do with the suppressed weapons, and it's just yikes, you know. Like, I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite when it comes to its outfits, and most of the time its challenges are really fun to do. I'm not going to even lie. Fortnite has put out some really great storyline challenges. But when it comes to long-winded Wild Week challenges like this, you really gotta wonder what they were thinking. But still yet, it does help with content, because I remember Twiggy, he managed several awesome hits with the railgun. From what I saw from the Railgun Recon Saga. Like, he managed to pierce straight through a Mudflap's cab and hit an opponent with what I think is a headshot. A freaking headshot. How do you think about that? Like, he just pierced right through that cab and hit him for like over 100. I know that for a fact. Of course, then again, the railgun is the futuristic version of the sniper, so yeah, the high damage output could be explained by that, but still yet, the fact that he managed to pierce the cab in just the right way in order to hit him for even a fraction of what he did is nothing short of astounding. But I digress. Right now, I'm just going over here, and this guy is I'm not entirely sure who this guy is. Like, I know he's a snapshot of Jonesy, and I know that he happens to be a lifeguard, kind of like Sunstrider, but you know, yeah, that's about all I know about that guy. I mean, sure, I could probably stay near him until his little speech bubble drops, so that I could see who he really was, sometimes anyway. But other than that, I really couldn't tell you who he was. Like, I just didn't stick around that long. Looks like somebody's taking out either Dr. Sloan or one of her clones. Knowing anyone's luck in this season, probably one of her clones, because let's face it, she was a dirty fighter. Like, she would do whatever it took to win. And that included splitting herself in three and shooting at us with her three doppelgangers. And honestly speaking, the strategy is actually pretty cool to see, although it really makes for a tough fight. Like, she was insanely tough from a certain update in this season onwards. And the main thing about it is it didn't really help that that she usually had mythic weapons on top of that, which increased her damage output. But if you won against her, the reward was usually worth it. Like, you would get a mythic beam rifle in this season, and from what I've heard from Jester, you would get a mythic burst rifle in Chapter 3, Season 2, which is insanely powerful. So, yeah. You would be hard-pressed to find a more rewarding fight if you should win. But regardless, Dr. Sloan was a very, very, very tough opponent. And you may think, even though that I'm telling you this, that I'm actually going in to fight her anyway. But no, I'm actually going in for this saucer instead. Because, you know, the saucer is the fastest and most fun way of getting across the island. So, let's go on ahead and get this, get right back into the eye as soon as possible. Alright, so, I'm gonna go on ahead and, alright. I don't know if that's a player or if that's a, nope, that's a player. Okay. Not only that, it's a builder. Alright. So, this clip is about to end soon, so I think we both know exactly what's going to happen to me here. So, yeah. Even though I do not go down without a fight, I just go on ahead and heal up like that, and then as soon as they bop my ceiling and cone out, I am going ahead and try and shoot them, and you saw what happened from there. Alright, next one. This is the one in which the new challenge pops up that I was telling you about earlier. I'm not going to spoil it for you in case you haven't watched the previous episode and as such haven't heard what this challenge is. But there's a reason that I am mining this metal, I think. I don't know if that really is my reason or not, but you know what? Alright. I guess I shouldn't really say mining, I should really say farming, because that's the term that other players use, so... And I think that's the terminology used during a mission or quest as well. So, yeah. I passed right over that suppressed pistol because, while I will admit that it is a superb weapon, it's not one that I'm particularly good at. Where a sniper rifle is concerned, meh, I'm decent. I'm not exactly fantastic, but I'm not exactly awful anymore either. It's just kind of a midway point between the two. So, I would say decent at best. Still yet, though, for Chapter 2 standards, decent is pretty good. In Chapter 1, I was absolutely garbage using sniper rifles. Like, I kid you not. I could not hit a shot. So to grow this much in this bit of time, and bear in mind, I've been playing since May of 2018. It's actually crazy that that I actually managed to. Well, it really isn't, because if I've had like 3 years to practice, then in the course of 3 years, you do learn a trick or two. I would actually be hopeless if I didn't learn how to use a sniper rifle in 3 years. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, let's just move on with the rest of the round, shall we? Sorry. Anyway, I don't know why I'm yawning. I've had my caffeine, and I've woken up at a decent hour, so it's really not it's really surprising that I'm even yawning at all. So I am sorry if it annoys you the few times that I do yawn, but you know, sometimes you just can't help these things, right?
Hi, I'm Guy, and you're going to change the world.
That's gonna be a tall order. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and yeah, I got that guy out. Cool beans. So I got that bit of the suppressed damage challenge done. I wonder if it's ever going. Well, I know it's gonna pop up. I wonder when it's going to pop up. The thing about it is, there is another challenge that I'm waiting to see when it pops up, because it's not a matter of if. Okay, like if you've heard my outro in the last episode, you know what it is. But if you haven't, and you're just joining me for the first time, then I'm not going to spoil it for you. But there is another challenge that I get, and I'm not telling you what it is until I get it. For landing at Lazy Lake, I'm actually doing pretty well for myself. Like, Lazy Lake is similar to Tilted Towers, essentially. Like, it has relatively tall buildings compared to other places of interest, not including Boney Burbs, which used to be Salty Towers. But you know, it's still a place where a lot of people land, and it's oh, I think I remember this part. Yep. That was a headshot. That was a good headshot right there. Like, I know they were going in a straight line to try and get away from me, but still, like, it was a moving target, and I'm usually not that great with a sniper rifle, so that impressed me when I first reviewed this clip. I was like, wow, I really managed a headshot against that girl. Like, sometimes my friends have said that I scare them with my sniping skills, but honestly speaking, I'm not sure I'm not sure if they really have a right to be scared at all, because some of those times where I actually managed to snipe an opponent is just sheer dumb luck, a shining moment, if you will. And honestly speaking, there's just not enough of them to really justify me having a scary good skill with a sniper rifle at all. It's just not plausible, you know? Anyway, enough about whether or not I have scary good sniping skills. Let's just talk more about the round at hand, shall we? I'm not entirely sure why there are so many stumps here. Oh, and speaking of stuff like that, if you do hear some background noise, there's a tree cutting company outside of our house, trimming some trees away from some power lines. So, yeah. If you hear anything at any point, you know what to blame. I mean, besides me yawning, of course, but you know. Um, I think I also heard somebody moving around a while ago. So hopefully I hopefully I have a good recording session here. And if they really want anything, once I stop recording, I'm going to see if they actually need anything from me, or if I'm okay to continue recording. And once I figure that part out, I'll move on to the next part of my recording. So yeah, that's my plan in a nutshell. Okay, so let's see. Ah, yes, this is the runoff that I love the most, because you have a very free session of just gaining shields and being able to do so without being spotted from a distance. Like if somebody came into the runoff and knew that somebody was there, that's when you would have to start firing like your life depended on it, because at that point it's either fight or get eliminated, one of the two. So yeah, I'm not sure if I was seeing things a while ago, but over to my left, I think I did see that one of my opponents was right there. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, I am like a little bit sure that I saw one of my opponents. So yeah, I might be dying soon, or just stopping the clip, one of the two. And this is the final quest clip of the episode. So, of course, you know what I'm going to be going for, because it's been something that I've been going for a while, and I am nowhere near finished yet. So, yeah, that's honestly what you have to expect for the next little bit. So, as you can probably see, Slurpy Swamp is no longer being abducted, because the building has already been abducted pretty well. So it won't be too much longer from here that everything's going to be changing. Like, the water is going to lose the healing properties and Slurpy blue hue that it's been known for like 6 seasons up to this point. And by 6 seasons, I mean 6 whole seasons. I don't really count Season 7 as a whole season for Slurpy Swamp, because, as I've been mentioning for the past little bit, it's about to lose its usefulness. So, yeah. The thing about it really is that I was really mad when they took out the Slurpy Swamp. Like, I get it. The aliens did so to make it to where we couldn't heal. It's really smart. So but it's at the same time. Even though I understand it, I was still miffed, because that was a great place to heal up like that. This is one of the advantages of these missions where you are supposed to do damage with weapons like this, because you can do it against wildlife, basically. I only threw that meat out like that because there was only one bit of meat left, and it didn't really heal up a lot of health at a time. So, in favor of the medkit, I just abandoned and threw away that bit of meat, so that it would be a little bit harder for somebody else to find or get to it. More than likely get to it, seeing as how it's yeah. So basically what I'm doing here is trying to figure out where my next opponent is, so that I can fire upon them with my suppressed weapons. And you might be wondering if I'll ever go up to that diamond, or down to that diamond, or however it is. Well, the short answer is no. Even though it's there to mark a quest, it's just something that I never really think of. I am more focused on the legendary quest to deal damage with suppressed weapons. So, and the main reason for this is because legendary quests are limited time affairs. Whereas every other quest is usually till the end of the season, and in the blue, gray, and green quests cases, they come back repeatedly over the course of the season. So it's really just the case where like it doesn't really matter whether I get to the lesser rarity of quests done in a timely manner, as it does with the legendary quests. So here is where I finally meet my end, because there's no way that I get out of this situation alive. Because this guy's already pressuring me with all manner of yep, there I went. See? That's when you know that you're about to die. Because pressure like that, I'm not great at handling, so yeah. Well, that seems to be about it for this episode. Join me in the next one when I deal suppressed weapon damage and search chests. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then... Adios, amigos!